very mysterious. You're making me uncomfortable. This is making me a little uncomfortable.
Well, you know what's really uncomfortable? All this stuff is in both of my eyes.
That's all it was. It wasn't winking. It wasn't
It was
winking.
blinking.
It was
I was
blinking.
one-eyed blinking. One-eyed blinking. It's a new craze. One-eyed blinking. What was I thinking?
You know
what day it is. It's Thursday. And Thursday means May that you mailed a P.O. Box 6578 Burbank, California 91510. Look at that.
Oh,
They
you
drew
gave
the
the address.
Drew the Randler on there, and then drew the Belvedere on the back. The cockatrice's name is
Beautiful.
Belvedere, and the Randler's name is
Randler.
Yeah, it doesn't have a name.
Just blanket.
my mind is blown. I was like, I thought the Randler had a name.
I'm pretty sure Randler is his name.
Well,
The Randler.
the Randler is a Randler,
It's
but I guess
the species, but
it's also its name.
there's a legion of them.
Yeah. And they're all just named Randler 1, Randler 2, Randler 3.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
Oh, okay.
We might need to figure out that. We might
We should
need
name
to,
it.
fill in the fiction.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We're gonna be answering some questions.
yeah, I got some travel questions from a few people.
Do you like to travel?
I do. I love traveling.
Jim, you
glad
go
I
all
asked.
over the place.
I do. I go a lot of different places.
You go to
Tell us
like
about that.
cool outdoors places. Mm-hmm. What's that like?
It's fun, hard, but worth it. In
It's
the
fun
end.
hard.
It's fun, hard. That's like
So like
term.
you go to places that like require like hiking.
Yeah, and like permits. Like one of them
Permits?
was like a 10-mile hike down into the Grand Canyon pits.
Were you on the back of a mule?
No, I saw them and it was terrifying. They almost run you over every single time they run by you.
Mule feces everywhere?
Yep, everywhere. Whole trail.
Which is why you should be on a mule.
So I don't step in it.
Right, let them step in it.
They do step in it.
Like a dog returns to his own vomit.
They don't care.
Yeah.
What are you guys waving at over there? Come on, let's get loose. What's up?
I need a tissue,
Stevie needs a tissue.
and I need a tissue. Thank you.
All right, you could have just asked.
Thank you.
She's waving like she's in a parade over there. Her nose is running like a stream.
We're talking about mule feces.
All right, let's
Jump into some questions. Okay, we got the first one from, I'm going to say it's Julio Castro. What is the most essential item other than a passport to carry when traveling? I plan to do so in a couple months, and it is a bit nerve-wracking.
wet wipes
Oh.
That's a good one.
for the butt. Like
For the butt specifically. I mean,
that's
you
my
wipe other
second.
things with them, but
That's the second thing that I keep in my back pocket.
you know what? And I got a story that can attest to this because
You're with me on this one?
my wife.
Oh, you're gonna throw
My wife.
her in the mix.
We were at the Mayan, the Aztec ruins in Tulum, and she went into the restroom, and then they didn't have the toilet paper in there, and then she started she came out and said something to a man who worked there.
She waddled out, or had she not started?
I wasn't close at this point. I was on the ruins, and he charged her. He saw an opportunity and he charged her for toilet paper. Yep, there we go. Eddie's brought up a picture of it. I was
The ruins.
I was there at the top. Look, no, you can't. You can't get on it.
I didn't know you had been there, so I thought this whole story was a lie.
No.
What are you talking about going to Aztec ruins? I was like, why wasn't I invited?
Well, they're in Mexico, and I went to Mexico for my
I
honeymoon.
remember now.
And we went to Tulum. And if my wife had had wet wipes, it would have been a much better day for her.
Yeah.
The
It was
irony
also very hot.
The irony is they clean the ruins with wet
the
wipes.
worst.
It's the highest concentration of wet wipes in whatever
Yeah.
hemisphere that's in.
We got wet wipes everywhere. When we got them right here. It's just
We got
you never
Those
know.
are those are face wipes.
But
Yeah,
you can
there's
wipe your
some
butt
right
with
here.
them.
These
If
are
you
all
get-
purpose
if it's-
ones.
I guess Stevie's runny nose kind of put that in my head. But next question.
All right.
If they're calm enough, if they're gentle enough for your face, just gentle enough for your butt.
Okay, this one's from Jen Sprague Lizana. She says...
Jen Sprague.
Sprague.
She's been around.
Lasagna?
The
Lasagna.
mythical beast
I
community.
guarantee you that's what they call her in high school.
That's great. I didn't call it that. Okay, she says, what's the most appropriate way to behave when you're stuck in the middle plane seat with two strangers on either side of you?
You ding dong between them. Or should I say pendulum?
Yeah, you come
You
with it.
pendulum swing
You
between
ding
them.
dong between them.
You know how a bell has the ding dong. What's
Yeah.
the thing? What's the
Or the
what's the
food.
hanging down thing in a bell called? What's it called? The clapper?
The punching bag. Like in your tonsils.
Is it called a clapper? Morgan calls it a clapper.
So while
That's
you're
not what I
looking
call
that
it.
up, so you're just assuming that you're going to be sleeping? Because was that the question? What's the best way to behave?
Yeah, the appropriate way to behave. Like, I assume she means, like, where do you put your elbows? Like, which armrest is yours?
Morgan is right. It is called a clapper. But just search ding dong and see what comes up.
Yeah,
I think it's probably going to be the
it's going to be the food.
A silly or foolish person. Go back to the definition.
I've never
It's
eaten
hostess ding dongs, man.
With the simple alternate chimes of a bell, so that was kind of close, evenly matched and intensely waged.
Well,
The game was an exciting ding dong battle?
That's British. A
How'd you
ding
bet?
dong battle in the UK is a hotly contested
It's when you
battle
sit,
of
it's
wits.
when you sit in the middle seat. It's a ding dong battle. Okay, actually, I do think there is etiquette here because you've got 3 seats, right? We're assuming this is a normal plane with a 3-seat situation. So mathematically speaking, you've got 6 elbows and you've got 4 armrests,
Yeah.
right? And so you know that the people on the outside are going to get at least 1 armrest. So you've got to split 4 things between 6 things. So as the middle person, you can give, like if you lose one of your positions on the elbow thing, that means another person is getting 2. But it only makes sense that as a person in the middle seat, where you have the disadvantage of not being on the aisle and also not being up against a window where you can actually lay your head and go to sleep,
You
that
should
you
get
get both of
both.
them. But
Both
people
of
do
them,
not
like this.
abide by this. So what you have to do is you have to get there early and you have to leave them. You can't pee or anything.
For
That's
the
why
whole
I take
flight.
that pee bag
Oh.
that we use on the show.
Go Girl?
I've got not a go girl.
Go Girl.
Go girl doesn't work for me. I've got the bag that's on my calf, and I never leave the plane seat for anything. And I just got my elbows locked in, and I've got my knees locked into the seat in front of me so that they can't push it back.
And your jaw is locked in. You do that thing
I don't.
your dad does
I don't
when he gets
speak.
mad. Like,
I don't speak. It's like this. You see
They
me
know
on a
not to
plane,
mess
that's
with
what
your
I'm gonna be
elbows.
doing.
What about those long flights when, like, all the blood gets stuck in your ankles and then you walk out and you can't get your feet into your shoes?
That hasn't happened to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't take my shoes
It's
off,
happened to me
Jen.
before.
I don't take my shoes off. I just lay down and pee in that bag.
that is the grossest thing I've ever heard. Blood get in your ankles?
Yeah, because if you don't move, all of the blood stays in your feet.
It pools.
Yeah.
Is that what that
Unless
bulb
you
is
have
on
a
your ankle?
properly functioning
No,
heart
that's your bone.
that keeps
but-
pumping it around.
When
Let's-
I went to Australia, that's what happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I have
had
never been on a
I had-
flight that long.
Cankles. It was like the truest
Cankles.
definition of a cankle.
8-hour flight is
Cranky
the longest I've
ankles.
ever been on.
Crankles.
And I hated every minute of it.
Can I
Yep, you can do that. Yes.
read the whole thing? There's nothing highlighted.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing I shouldn't read.
No, you should read it.
Except that part that's marked out.
This is from a whole family. Isaac, 18, Grace, 16, Lily, 13, Elijah, 10, Evie, 6, Maggie, 5, and Dad, old. It says all of that on there. Good gracious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids?
Whoa.
That's aggressive.
Wow. You want to read this? Because I'm worn out just looking
Yeah,
at it.
you got through the ages. Dear Rhett and Link, this is the Zins family from Michigan, long time, big time fans of yours. We are sending you this painted rock for the mythical keychain. For the past year, Dad and the 6 kids in our family have been working to paint over 1,000 rocks for a huge family-friendly street art activity. We painted all 1,000 rocks in matching pairs. 500 rocks are now collected in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Children's Museum.
Wow.
In a big display. We took the other 500 matching rocks and spread them in hiding places all over the city in a giant public game of I Spy for people to spot and photograph during the world's largest art prize. Well, there are 499 spread over the city for people to find because we wanted you to have one of the twin rocks. We included photos of some of the other rocks, and you can see a video of our project here, youtube.com/Y6J3J O or 0, X, H, F, B, O. B-O. It has been a
Ooh, I like
super
that
fun year-long project for our family.
like
We
that one,
hope
yeah.
you enjoy the one rock we saved out for you and consider it a worthy addition to the keychain. All our mythical best to you and the whole crew. Isaac, 18. Grace, 6. You already did that.
All right, and of course,
Oh yeah.
when you send us a letter with why something's cool and awesome and important to you, along with your keychain, we
Oh,
put
you
it
can
on the
just-
mythical key ring, and whoop, that one goes right on
Is that
there.
the heaviest piece?
It
It's
rivals
up
the
there, yeah.
heaviest.
We're going to have to get it reinforced.
Thank you for sending your stuff, and as always, for being your mythical best.